Hello, happy Wednesday. Today we're going to talk about interview prep, and today we're going to talk about our favorite algorithms and data structures versus domain specific. So, um, a couple of weeks ago, I actually went in a live and I talked about the interview process, right? And what is important. And today I would like to dive a little bit deeper um, because I want you to win. And because I also want to demystify, I want to demystify the interview prep. I want to demystify the hiring process as well. I want you to ability, the job that you want, and also make sure that you prepare for the interview correctly. And also, I would like to debunk some of the misconceptions around interviewing process, around um, uh, job market, around um, how to position yourself, like how to put yourself in a winning position so you get the job that you want. So if it is the first time we're connecting, my name is Eugene. I'm a coach in tech, and oftentimes my clients will ask me, should I practice algorithms and data structures, or should I go on domain specific like all the way? So, and what is the benefit of that? So but can you do me a favor? Can you do me a favor? As you're joining, please drop hello in the comments. So I know if you're watching on the device, on the mobile device, sometimes LinkedIn can be a little bit like funky, but drop me a like, say hello in the comments. Let me know where you're watching me from because it is a networking opportunity. Yes, we talk about algorithms and data structures, but I want people to find good connections through my platform. I want people to find good opportunities through my platform. So please say hello in the comments. Let me know that you're watching. So I appreciate your reactions. I see the reactions. I see the thumbs up. I appreciate you all. So let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. So let's start with the how interview process is structured versus your actual and what you do at your actual job, and how those two dimensions can intersect, and they will intersect, and how you can be prepared for both, for your successful career, for your success, like to be successful at your job, to deliver your executive presence at your job, to position yourself as a leader at your job and during the interview process. Shall we? So, let me share with you something. I prepare a little bit like of a presentation. And this is kind of similar presentation that I showed you before, and I would like to just share a few thoughts with you. So, this is the hiring process. This is how hiring process looks like, right? This is how the hiring process looks like. So the hiring process starts at the hiring process starts at the moment, at the point of discovery. At the point of discovery. Now, um, before you even get into the whole shebang, like should I do leak code questions and should I practice leak code, or should I just brush up on domain specific? Um, the first step that you need to do, like a lot of, listen, when I went through a layoff, right, like this year, a lot of my colleagues, they jump into algorithms and data structures, leak code, like let me just practice leak code. But none of, like majority of them, they didn't invest time and effort into being more visible, being more discoverable. If nobody sees you, if nobody discovers you, if nobody lands on your page, If people, when they land on your page and when they land on your interview, they're confused and they're not clear what you're talking about or what you're good at, guess what? Your link question preparation doesn't matter because you won't move forward past discovery phase because you did not articulate your value in the right way at the right time to the right people. The first point is point of discovery. Okay, but let's say you have a okay LinkedIn profile. People kind of know that you are an iOS developer, web developer, backend developer, QA, whoever. So, but then you need to talk to a recruiter and you need to communicate your leadership, your expertise, your executive presence to a recruiter. A lot of software developers discount recruiters and say, like, well, they just like, this is what I do, and like that, you know. But here's the thing: a recruiter is that gatekeeper in a way, in a good sense, because the sole job of a recruiter is to prevent unqualified candidates, is to screen out unqualified candidates from interviewing with the team because it's a waste of time. If a person is not qualified, why would a hiring manager and the whole team spend time on that interview? It is not good for the team and it's not good for the candidate because nobody is going to have a good experience. So, and this is why and this is why recruiters matter. And this is why you need to convince your recruiter, or not convince, persuade. You're not convincing anyone. Like, there's a difference between convincing and persuading. This is why you have to articulate your value and talk about the experience in a way that your recruiter will understand and it will land, and you persuade your recruiter that you're the right candidate. Now, after that, we there's a tech screening, and after that, there's a round of interviews, and after that, there's a job offer. So those steps are fairly balanced, and it's a chain. It's a chain. If one piece, if one link of this chain is broken, you will not get a job either at the discovery phase, or if you manage to mess up your job offer stage and somehow you were rude to a recruiter, or there was a really mismatch with your salary expectations. Sometimes it happens. So the job won't happen. Let me show you. And this is how y'all prepare for the interview. This is how you all prepare for the interview. You start with you start with the you kind of like know that you have to have LinkedIn profile. You talk to recruiters, but then you invest the whole lot of time in algorithms and data structures and link code questions, and then you kind of brush up on your domain specific, feeling that you kind of know it, and then the job offer is like whatever they offer, and a lot of people don't know how to negotiate the offer. So, but what is the truth? What is the truth? Let's talk about the real job application, shall we? What you actually do at your job. What you actually do at your job. So let's say front end and mobile development. Should you know, should you even bother with algorithms and data structures? Let me say it this way. If it is the only way how you prepare for the interview, stop doing that. You need to diversify how you prepare and how you make yourself visible. Just spending hours on leak code won't land you a job, because remember, hiring is a complex process. Hiring is not solving a link code question. I want you to really be clear on that. I want you to understand that Solely practicing algorithms and data structures won't land you a job. So, but should you know algorithms and data structures? And there are two camps in tech industry. And when it comes to mentorship, when it comes to coaching, there's a camp that says algorithms and data structures, they don't matter. Another camp said, like, algorithms and data structures, this is how you land a job. And if you don't know algorithms and data structures, you won't land a job. So what is the truth? So the truth is, depends like what company you are interviewing for. If you're interviewing, for big company, let's say Google, Amazon, big companies, and they prioritize algorithms and data structure style interview, or how they call it, whiteboard interview style questions, then you like, and it's your goal, you want to be in Maine, you want to be at Meta, you want to be a like big tech company, big name on your resume, then probably it's a good idea to invest time in preparing algorithms and data structures so you can pass that barrier. Now, if you don't care about thing name, like big name, and by the way, like in 2023, I think we saw enough from big tech companies through layoffs that if you have a if you have a job at big tech company, this is not a job security by any means. There's no such thing as job security. You can have a perfect career, perfect, beautiful career at a startup if they have a right cash flow, if you have like if they dedicate it and prioritize resources accordingly, and you can have meaningful career at the big company too. But in both situations, they can let you go at any time. Every job is temporary. So, and this is why I say focusing on the job as a short-term goal. I digress. Let's go back to algorithms and data structures. So, mobile development, right, or like front end development, UI development. If you have no idea what the stack is, what the queue is, when would you use hash map or dictionary, and versus an array versus set, if you don't know those fundamentals that you must know, you should go back to the basics and learn them. Because if you don't know, like if your computer science fundamentals are wacky and you don't know them well, your UI code that you write, mobile or like web, whatever, like that code won't be good, and the performance of the client performance, and when I say client performance, like mobile app as a client, website as a client, your client performance will be poor. Non-optimized code will lead to more bugs, will lead to more problems. So you should know the basics. Should you learn it? Should you invest time in learning this? Yes. Is this the only way to be successful at your job? Should you like over prioritize that over anything else? No. At the end of the day, you're a mobile developer. At the end of the day, you're a software developer. At the end of the day, you're not solving link questions. You are building a mobile app, website, a product. You are a solution provider, and you're a service provider. You provide service. You provide service, and this is really important to focus on. So, and I would also historically, if it is not Amazon or like big tech company that over prioritizes algorithms and data structures, if you're interviewing for front end roles, they will prioritize that domain specific knowledge. So you better know, you best know your domain specific really well versus algorithms and data structures. And if you have to pick one, pick where's your weakest area. But if you have gaps, if you have like if you need improvements, if you need to improve your domain specific knowledge to do what you actually do like on everyday basis, this is domain specific. If you're not a good mobile developer, if you're not a good web developer, if you're not a good like backend developer, if you don't know your specifics, listen, like you need to cover your gaps. So with the backend is a little different. With the backend is a little bit different. Like backend will prioritize algorithms and data structures a little bit more, but still there are frameworks, there are tools for the backend developers as well. There are tools and there's like ways to prioritize for the backend developer as well. Hello, Vitaly. Thank you so much. I'm really glad that you caught me live today. So, but also, well, the backend developers, they need to know front end and client specific knowledge. When I say front end and client, I mean like it can be your mobile apps. Clients for the backend, client is a website, is a mobile. That's what I mean. That's what I mean by client. So, and like sometimes with teams, there's a big disconnect where like I know the backend well, but it doesn't match well with the front end, because like, I work with backend developers that are like, bro, listen, let's just go and fix that, because like what do you think I'm doing this on the front end side, on the mobile side? So let's come to our senses, because like I understand it's more convenient for you to like deliver data this way, but for the client it's a little bit different. So but backend is a logic heavy, and algorithms in that what by the way, what is an algorithm? An algorithm is a logic. It is a logic. It is a piece of logic. Okay. So and it's not like it is not a riddle. It is not like a question to confuse you. It is not anything it is not something that will fail your interview. It is a piece of logic. Data structure is how you structure your data. Like, do you put data in an array? Do you put data in a hash map or in a dictionary? Do you put data in a tuple? Do you put data in do you have to like structure data as a tree or as a linked list? Whatever it is, this is how you structure your data. So like just public service announcement. So but also the main specific is important too. You have to go, have like strong computer science like fundamentals. You have to know you have to write better optimized code on the back end, because if your back end is wacky, if your back end is slow, um, then like then we have a front end, and on the front end we're not as heavy on algorithms and data structures. And listen, if two slow codes meet together, listen, the whole work can wait until two logics connect with each other and finally figure something out. So, but also you should not disregard the front end also, like that, because this is important. So um and this is why, and this is why understanding, how what you do on everyday basis really matters. This is why what matters to understand what you do at your actual job, because there is a balance. But saying that link code questions, algorithms, and data structures is the only way, it is wrong, because you have to have your executive presence. You have to connect with your interviewer. You have to have your personal brand when people realize and recognize you for what you do. This is must have. You have to connect with people, because even when we talk about technical interviews, and this is what I do in my program. Like one of my clients, we were having back and forth. My client would say, no, I'm not good at technical interviews. And I said, no, you are actually good at technical interviews. You can connect with people. And my client would say, like, no, I can connect with people. I'm like a social butterfly. Like, no, No, you're not. So, and here's why. And how do you connect the right interview, like the right tech questions, answering the tech questions in a way that you connect with your interviewer on the human level, in a way that you tell your story, in a way that they can see you, that like that you create visual in that person who is interviewing you, like, oh, this is how that person is going to work for us. How do you do that? Because you can answer a technical question, but you may not connect. We all know the answers for technical questions. We all know the answers for technical questions. They're boring, they're not interesting. But how do you answer them and how do you connect them? And how do you give me a visual that you are the best, that you are the candidate, the developer that I want to work with? That's the question. Even if we are working on the algorithm, we are working on the link question. How do you connect the dots from boring, confusing uh, question that totally doesn't make sense to a normal human being to me as a developer, as your potential teammate that we're going to work together and that we like and that you are the right fit for the team and solve the problem, because just solving a problem is a halfway, you're halfway there. If you like, because also technical questions, technical interviews, they're also behavioral interviews as well, because we think, oh, like behavioral interviews, they don't matter for tech. Like, as long as I'm good with code, I'm good. Listen, technical interviews are behavioral interviews. During technical interviews, people judge you, how you communicate, how you connect, how you operate as a person. Not like an a behavioral interview, when you interview with the manager, when they ask you like tell me about the time you had a difficult time or disagree with a coworker, like this is just an addition to it. Because I was a part of two hiring teams on the technical side, and people would fail their technical interview. People will fail their technical interview sometimes because they just don't connect on personal level, because either they're like, I don't want to say rude, but like it's just not connecting. Like, you kind of answer question but you actually didn't. Yes, you gave me the textbook definition, but like, and and what, and how you going to implement it on my team, how you and I are going to work together. So Glenn said 5,000%, they're also behavioral. Yes, yes, absolutely, they're also behavioral. They're also behavior. So listen, let me know if you have any questions. I kind of like fired up on this topic. Like, this is like this is so important, because um a lot of software developers unfortunately suck at people skills. Let me just be raw and honest and real with you. And this is your problem. You think you can code, you think you can build a mobile app, you think you good at like whatever computer science fundamentals, but if you can connect with people, if you can market yourself, if you can get people interested in you, like, hey, your your code won't be like your code will, well, let me just back up. Like, I thought I had a thought, but like my thought escaped me. Listen, even if you're the best developer in the world, if you can communicate that, if you can connect with people, if you can't demonstrate your value that you are the best developer in the world, it doesn't matter. Because in order to demonstrate that, you have to work with people. You're not like, hey, like, Even Chat GPT has some sort of like human connection that will say like, certainly. Oh, okay, my bad. Let me just fix that. And doesn't just give you like what you ask. It has a little human component and has a little emotional connection. Think about it. And like AI technology is a high like is the most technical thing like in the modern day. And they're still leveraging human connection. And why aren't you leveraging human if AI, if like technology is trying to incorporate emotionally warm or emotionally charged or emotionally or on the language that will connect with you on the emotional level, why don't you? Because people yes, people hire for technical skills, but also emotional component during hiring process is a thing. Likability is a thing. Having an executive presence is a thing. Connecting with your interviewers is a thing. Like just knowing how to code is not enough. You gotta connect with people. You gotta demonstrate your executive presence. You gotta market yourself. You gotta know your niche. You gotta know your lane. You gotta know what you're good at, and you have to communicate your value so people come to you. It goes like from your LinkedIn profile through your content, how you carry yourself during the interview, and how you close that offer, and how you then connect with your team. Because also, like, I like again, landing a job is not the destination. It's a short-term goal. What do you do? How do you grow in your career? How do you build your legacy? What if you are in a situation where like there are not many corporate opportunities available? How you can package your expertise then and leverage your legacy to figure out how to make your income? It's probably lines for another day. Like, I really didn't mean to go there. Listen. Also, like, let me know if you have any questions, because we talk about really, really important topic, and I have an invitation for you. Um, the enrollment for Career Legacy is open, and here's the process. The process is really simple. Um, you can grab the link in my bio. You can message me, whatever works for you. After that, um, you complete the application form. And after you complete the application form, if everything looks good, I will send you career assessment. It's a short assessment. It's not long, it's short assessment. 15 minutes, something like that, like depending how fast you answer the questions. And it's also guided assessment, right? Um, After you complete the assessment, like you will be clear where your gaps are. So you don't need to interpret your score or like your result. It will be really clear for you where your gaps are. So after that, we can grab a time on my calendar and we can talk about the next step and what is the best decision for you, and if it is the right match. And also we can talk about your assessment and see how we can fill those gaps, because your gaps can be technical, your gaps can be behavioral, or your gaps can be in a discovery in a discovery phase. And also your gaps can be in recognition. Like, you do a lot of hard work, but nobody recognizes you. It's also a gap, and you want to close it. So this is the process. Um, Either you can send me a DM, just send me a DM, say like the word job. So, and I will start the process for you, where you can grab the link in my bio, fill out the application, go through the assessment, and grab the call with me on my calendar. Like, it's a really easy, quick and easy process. and it's very structured, and you're gonna get a little bit more clarity in the process, because like my job is, even if you don't go through the program, like either because you don't think it is a good fit, or like you're not quite qualified yet, um, you're gonna gain a lot of clarity even through career assessment. At least you will see like where your gaps are. So hit me up, grab the link, and I would like to work with you. So in my current program, like, listen, I don't know why, but like I have a ton of iOS developers in my well, not ton, like, but I have a lot of iOS developers in my program, in my career legacy program, in my business program as well. So I have a client who is an iOS developer, so we have a we have a very very great community. So definitely grab the link, and if you have any questions, if I can clarify anything for you, so let me know in the comments. So I will respond to comment. And also, if you're watching it on the replay, just drop me a comment if you have a question, because I constantly check my notifications, my comments, what people said, and I will get back to you 100%. 100%. So, thank you so much for hanging out with me. I will see you tomorrow. And tomorrow is going to be an interesting live stream. We're going to talk about the job market in 2024, what I feel it's going to look like, and how you can be prepared now. Because listen, new year, new me is a BS. New you starts right now. But hey, like, this is another topic for tomorrow's live stream, so like I will never wrap it up. All right, thank you so much, thank you so much for your comments. I see, listen, if I didn't bring your comment up on my StreamYard, it's just because there's technical difficulties between LinkedIn or whatever platform you're watching me on. So like I do apologize, but like I see your comments. Uh I um I see all of you. So thank you so much. Well, you enjoy the rest of the day, and I'll talk to you tomorrow. Bye, y'all.